Florida just banned selling meat that was grown in the laboratory, although it's not actually grown in a laboratory. It'd be grown in, big meat factories, basically, because they're trying to protect the Florida meat farmers, the ranchers, whatever they call themselves. And, it appears, lab-grown meat is now a thing. It's real. And it will probably be showing up in substantial quantities in the next year or two in stores. It's just a matter of getting it to scale and making it cheaper than regular meat. And the difference, apparently, I don't eat meat. I literally have not eaten a piece of red meat since I was 16 years old, or since I was probably 15 years old. And I think that that's probably something that I can credit my reasonably good health with. Never thought I'd live past 30, but here I am. But in any case, what I'm understanding is that from people who are meat eaters, that lab-grown meat is absolutely indistinguishable from regular meat. But the big plus of it is that it's very lean. It doesn't have the fats. It doesn't have anything close to the level of saturated fats that real meat does. It also doesn't have the pesticides that cows get from eating their grass, their grains and things. It doesn't have the heavy metal. Just all the stuff that accumulates in the bodies of any animal when it takes probably 30, 40 pounds of grass to make 1 pound of meat, and I don't know the numbers, but it's probably somewhere in that neighborhood, maybe a lot more actually. And those compounds accumulate. That doesn't happen in lab-grown meat. It's essentially pure. The bottom line is it's healthier. And also, the number one cause of climate change right now is transportation. The number two cause of climate change is building heating. And I might have those two backwards. It might be 1 and 2 are reversed. The number 3 cause of climate change worldwide is animal agriculture. Because it's just, it's very, very intensive stuff, and it uses enormous, making fertilizers. They make a lot of fertilizers they make out of natural gas. You've got, growing, transporting, all the tractors and everything running on gasoline and whatnot. So it would be good for the planet, too. But this, as Paul Krugman writes, Florida has banned making and selling meat that's grown in a lab, a move several other states are considering amid worries about consumer safety and concerns that the technique could hurt the beef and poultry industries. And that's the bottom line. And Krugman says this new Florida law is a perfect illustration of how crony capitalism, culture war, conspiracy theorizing, and rejection of science have merged. Ground together, you might say, in a way that largely defines American conservatism today. So the crony capitalism part is, the farmers in Florida get together and they go to the legislators and they say, hey, we give you guys money every year, you better do what we say, or you're not going to get any more money from us. And the lab-grown meat industry is nowhere near large enough to compete with, the agriculture industry. Big ag is huge. The culture war thing, here you got Donald Trump Jr. Tweeting, I'm pretty sure I ate 4 pounds of red meat yesterday, and, posting pictures of him and his Dumb and Dumber brother Eric, with dead elephants and dead cheetahs and dead rhinos and, dead whatever they can shoot. These guys are so-called big game hunters, which is, another way of saying pathetic men with little penises who run around with big guns to kill animals, that are, beautiful. The prettier, the more startling and stark, extraordinary and rare the animal, the more these guys get off on killing them, which gives you an insight into how just withered and dead their souls are. But that's the culture war part. He's crony capitalism, culture war, conspiracy theorizing. Oh my God, the lab-grown meat is going to turn you into, fill in the blanks, right? And rejection of science. And of course, the same thing. And it's not just the science of how you grow meat and all that. It's also the science of climate change. So he goes on to say, first, it puts the lie to any claim that the right is the side standing firm for limited government. Government doesn't get much more intrusive than having politicians tell you what you can and cannot eat. I find this fascinating. I remember, in New York when now who was the mayor at the time? Was that Dinkins? I'm not sure who was the mayor at the time, but when they tried to eliminate the 16-ounce, it was Mike Bloomberg. Mike Bloomberg was the mayor of New York when this happened. We've got an obesity problem, and it's starting, kids are starting to get obese, so let's make it illegal to sell 16 and 20 and 24 and 26 ounce and 30 ounce soft drinks and limit them to 12 ounces. And the Republicans just went insane. Oh my God, he wants to tell us what we can drink and how big our drinks can be, and this is big government, and this is the nanny state. And it was like for a month they were hysterical about it, and Bloomberg backed off. Those same people are now saying, no, we're not going to let you eat lab-grown meat, even though it's healthier for you and healthier for our planet. And, once it reaches scale, it'll definitely be a lot cheaper. He goes on to say, politicians who claim to worship free markets should be vehemently opposed to any attempt to suppress innovation. But when it might hurt established interests, which is what this amounts to, why aren't they? Part of the answer, he says, and this is, again, profound and true from Paul Krugman. He says, part of the answer, of course, is that many never truly believed in freedom. Only freedom for some. Beyond that, however, meat consumption, like everything else, has been caught up in the culture wars. Real men eat beef. We've seen these ads. Not some liberal substitute, right? So I just thought that was a story that was really, Republicans have done such a good job of promoting themselves as limited government. All they mean when they say limited government is that they want to cut programs that help working class and poor people, that cost the federal government money that has to be paid for with taxes on billionaires. That's all they mean. They want a limited government in as much as they don't want government to do things that help people like you and me, because some billionaire is going to have to pay for it with his taxes, or pay for some small part of it, actually. And, therein is the truth. The whole limited government thing is the lie. So let's just be clear about this, okay? And put to bed this stupid, it's just like they're saying they're pro-life. No, they're not pro-life. They're pro-pregnancy. They're pro-birth. But once a baby's born, as I opened this segment, once the baby is born, Republicans don't care. They don't want to feed them. They don't want to house them. They don't want to provide them with medical care. They don't even want to educate them.
This is the Thom Hartmann Program.
15 minutes past the hour. I'll be right back. Trump just got a huge warning sign in Indiana. I have to tell you about that, and I'll be picking up your calls.